Terima kasih kerana masih lagi bersama kami. Kita ada Ganesh Asivathan, pensyarah bahasa Inggeris, dan kita ada Tuan Haji Fauzi Halim, beliau merupakan pengarah Center of Modern Languages. Kita bercakap tentang menguasai bahasa Inggeris. Ya. Mungkin Tuan Haji ataupun Ganesh sendiri boleh memberi komen. Sebab kita di sini banyak misconception ataupun orang akan kata, okey, kalau kita nak cakap English, orang akan petikaikan ni nak belagak lah. Dan bila tadi Tuan Haji menyebut tentang pronunciation, lepas tu galakkan anak-anak kita untuk tengok Disney Channel dan sebagainya, supaya mereka ada, bila mereka bercakap bahasa Inggeris tu dengan penuh keyakinan dan ada style dia. Tapi kadang-kadang bila kita cakap pula, ada juga orang mengatakan ni nak cakap nak put on accent dan sebagainya. Jadi pandangan Tuan Haji bagaimana? Okey,
itu pulang pada masing-masing apa dia nak fikir kan. Faktanya, the fact is this, there are two ways basically untuk menguasai satu bahasa tu. Satu menerusi mendengar through the harmony of sounds. Satu lagi menerusi mengingat undang-undang grammar tu. Bila seorang tu menguasai bahasa ibunda dia, bila dia umur 4 tahun setengah misalnya, dia telah menguasai 75% daripada grammar bahasa ibunda dia sebelum dia pergi ke sekolah. So kalau dia katakanlah somebody said the boys with the S ending, the boys are, ada tak betul tu, the boys, because dia dengar dan dia tahu bila pakai Isaac sound, bila pakai, tapi tulisan dia S saja. So that is why it's so very important, concentrate on the ability to listen and let them talk. Pantang. Jangan dia marah anak kalau dia buat kesalahan. Because kita nak latih anak kita supaya jangan takut membuat salah. Because from the mistakes we will improve and will be success. Of course, success breeds more success.
Ada orang dia punya bahasa Inggeris dia better bila oral, dan ada juga lebih daripada dari segi writing. Okey, di manakah silapnya ataupun bagaimana benda ni perkara ni boleh berlaku?
Writing comes with experience. You must read a lot and write a lot to get good writing. Speaking, it just comes from looking at TV, sometimes watching TV, getting that ability kind of thing. But writing, you need to be trained to write properly. You must have good knowledge of grammar. Because writing all depends on how your mind focuses on your thoughts, your ideas, and how you organize everything. So that's very important as well. But speaking comes to us, I think, a lot more easier because we just expose a lot more media. I think that helps. You know, songs and all that as well. But I teach writing, okay, and I find that a lot of them have trouble constructing proper sentences in English, and that's because they don't read. They don't know how the sentences are formed. They don't know how the words are formed, where the noun goes, where this goes, kind of thing. So the more you read, the more experience you have when it comes to writing. That's my experience anyway.
Okay, this is where we differ, I think. Kita punya approach is different. You concentrate on the ability to speak. Bila dah boleh bercakap dengan 160 perkataan seminit dengan grammar yang betul tu so tak ada masa nak menunjukkan cara how to teach grammar tanpa sebut noun verb. At our school, at our centers, saya bekerja dalam quite a number of countries, melatih pegawai-pegawai dan company minyak, and we never even mention past and present tense. So where's the paper now? The paper is on the table. Where was the paper 1 minute ago? 1 minute ago the paper was on the table, but now it is. Itu kita latih itu. We teach grammar, but we don't talk about grammar. So kalau my instructor were to say past and present tense, they will be fired. Itu pantang kami dah. So all our technique dalam Peace Corps training ke Canadian University, di University of British Columbia program tu, kita tak ada mengajar undang-undang grammar. Now the point I want to raise is this: there are 4 different skills. One is listening skill, so that you can follow the lectures and everything, isn't it? And then number 2 is speaking, oral production, the ability to speak. And then number 3 is reading. That's another skill together where you have to learn mind mapping and speak reading. If anybody, Malaysian reads very slow, 137 words a minute. American university kids at year 1 already 420 words a minute.
Wow.
So our school system must train our students, they can read 400 words a minute. When we were doing the training for JPA and MARA, we make sure they read 800 to 1,200 words a minute. So that means our student would be better off because they will study 1 hour, but they can study 3 hours. So that's a different skill, reading. And writing is another skill altogether. But that's the last you need to worry, because once you speak correctly with the correct grammar, just to translate that into writing, to learn about the technicalities of it.
Well, I think not always, because sometimes when you can speak well, you just can't seem to put the words on paper. It just comes out wrongly, based on my experience anyway, because I teach a lot of EFL as well. And they can speak well, but when it comes to writing, they seem to have trouble mapping it out properly. That's why we try to focus on grammar as well, so that they can look at where their mistakes are in the sentence also. As like where the noun should be, just example, like the boys are there. So at least you know that the boys plural, so then it should be are in that sense kind of thing. Because I think like once you mastered that, then you will make less mistakes, and you can proofread your own work as well, because that's also important. Because you don't have that intuition to know whether it sounds awful or not. I think that's also part of it as well.
This is where I think we differ.
We differ.
This is why I'm very, very worried the way we are going now. Budak-budak kita keluar setengah tu. I trained last year, beginning this year, 7 PhDs. They cannot speak properly. Is are the gelempang dan tuara. Therefore, if the is are was were yang ini tadi dia tak master, then they have problem. Has been eaten ke, had been eaten ke, will have been eaten ke.
Had ke.
You understand? So, but if you can do this trick within, and then untuk essay, just technicalities, introduction, the rest, you can do that through public speaking, and then you write whatever you.
Saya rasa kerana kita terlalu fokus sangat tentang noun, subject dia, kerana itu lagi confusing kita. Saya rasa the true practice baru kita akan.
You must keep on doing it. You must be experienced.
You know it sounds right.
You know it sounds right because you got that intuition. You see, if you're not familiar with language, then you think like, if it sounds right, I really have no idea. Then you must look and see where the mistakes are. So I think that's part of it as well. I mean, you have to master it to a point where you know it. It sounds wrong, it sounds right.
Let me put it this way. It's cantik kita punya perbincangan ni, because I'm trying to convince a lot of language teachers too, because I had 18 different languages when I was doing the training. Irrespective of language, you go through spoken language first. Because now you have a look at this one. If I were to ask you, any of you, I'm sure you have got your credit or distinction in Bahasa Malaysia. Can you tell me 7 cara menggunakan present, 7 cara menggunakan penambahan me? Fungsi me pertama apa? If you cannot do it in Malay, how can you do it in English? And you want to ask budak darjah 2, darjah 3 to remember those, forget it. Itu sebab budak takut nak belajar bahasa Inggeris.
That's why you should start them young. Become bilingual. That's the main focus.
Saya rasa pada musim cuti sekolah ni adalah masa paling sesuai sekali untuk adik-adik kita di rumah. Mungkin kita juga ibu bapa boleh sama-sama menguasai dan mempelajari bahasa Inggeris. Masih ada ruang lagi untuk bahasa Inggeris.
Okey, terima kasih kepada Tuan Haji. Seronok berbual dengan Tuan Haji, nak jumpa Tuan Haji dan juga Ganesh kerana bersama kami. Kita nak berhenti rehat dan seketika, jadi teruskan bersama kami selepas ini.